Welcome to video 17 and the final in the Maintaining a Balance series. In this video, we're going to be looking at how plants are able to conserve water, and that's to make sure that they minimize water loss, which is the dot point. What are we looking at? We're going to be looking at the adaptations that different plants have, and then we're also going to look at the different structures specifically that some plants have. So xerophytes are the name given to plants that live in arid conditions, which are really, really dry, and that they have a range of adaptations that allow them to balance losing water for cooling and dehydration. So the most important structure of a plant that we're going to look at in terms of minimizing water loss is the stomata. And then there are a few problems that plants have in relation to the activity of the stomata in their leaves. So stomata play an important role in temperature regulation. So there needs to be a balance in the role stomata play in being open to allow evaporating cooling to occur, but also make sure that they're not open too long so that plants dehydrate. The second problem is got to do with photosynthesis. So some plants are able to change and reduce the surface area that are exposed to sun, which may lead to the drying out and the increased transpiration rate in leaves. But that might also make the plant have an inadequate rate of photosynthesis. And then the third, we relate back to the stomata again, and stomata play an important role in gas exchange. So whilst closed stomata prevent water loss, it also does not allow gas exchange to occur. So there may be a buildup of carbon dioxide in leaves and in plants if stomata are closed for too long. Here we have a range of the adaptations that plants may have, and the two categories that they fall into are structural and physiological. So a few of the structural adaptations, and this slide is going to be quite brief because this is part of the research that you're going to undertake within the lesson, but some structural ones are a thick waxy cuticle. So we know that the wax acts more like it doesn't allow as much sun to be absorbed. A reduction in the surface area of leaves mean that there's less sun being attracted and felt by the plant. Reflective surfaces means that the sun is not absorbed and it's reflected back into the environment. Hairy leaves reduces the rate of evaporative cooling, so it means that the plant is minimizing their water loss. Sunken stomates mean that they're less exposed to the sun. Some thick bark and leaf rolling are again some structural adaptations. In terms of physiological, plants are able to change the orientation of their leaves throughout the day. So at some points in the hottest parts of the day, they don't want those exposed to the sun, so they can change the way they're oriented. Physiological, another one is the closure of the stomates, which we discussed in the previous slide. Dormancy periods means that sometimes plants will lose their leaves to avoid the transpiration of their water. Tough, hard seeds are able to withstand changes in temperature, and also some plants just have a high tolerance to drying out or desiccation. That's video 17 and the final video in our Maintaining a Balance series. Make sure that you complete all the work for this activity, and make sure you refer to your Maintaining a Balance orange book to complete past HSC questions to allow you to revise the material which we've covered in this series of videos.